Hey guys, I got a couple of interesting pieces here for you guys to take a look at, and this one's going to require a little bit of help, I do believe. Um, Now, a while ago, probably we're talking quite a few years ago, Eric from Slick Slicers sent me one of the most wonderful gifts that I've ever received. And that gift was this guy right here. It was this Taylor's Eyewitness. You can see right there, Barlow. Let's take a look at that. Sheffield, England. And it's a Taylor's Eyewitness Barlow. This particular piece that you're looking at, I think, is the rock bottom. How do I say it? Pretty much on the very budget end of the Barlows. This is what you're going to get. Now, I tried looking for these and I couldn't find them. I don't know what I was doing wrong, but I reached out to Eric, and Eric was gracious enough not to only send me this knife, but he sent me this slip along with it. Now, you cannot get these slips only in England. You cannot get these slips. See where it says England? Made in England, it says. Until today, this slip is of the very, very finest quality leather that you can feel. I mean, it's a feeling of no other. But so he also sent me the slip. Like I said, it's a very, very special slip because you can't get these. You just can't get these anywhere. You have to know someone, or you have to you just have to know someone to gift this to you. And this was came along with the package. So I am forever grateful to Eric, forever. So that's what he sent there to package these two pieces here. But I've always been on a mission. And of lately, I saw Bakery Wizard came out with a Sheffield. I think it was a Sheffield knife he came out with. He purchased, and it was a beautiful, beautiful piece. The stag on it was really, really gnarly, and had all these valleys, and it was just I would highly recommend going over and seeing that video, because that knife is beautiful. But you can see the back of this one. Well, we're not going to talk about the covers right now. I just want to show you a little bit of what we're dealing with here. Now, I got this one. I'll show you the box, because I even forget where I ordered this thing on eBay. It says Top Shelf Fine Knives. It's got a TT in the middle there, and that's all it's got. So this is where it sucks that I don't really know where the heck I even got this thing at. I got to start paying attention more. But it was, I think it was $70. But I want to show you the tang. The action on it, the pull, and the it's like a 12. It's extremely, with all of these knives, every single one of them, I've noticed that the pull is extra tight on the real, I mean tight. But I want you guys to look at that tang stamp. That's important to me. It says Sheffield, England, handmade in the middle. Sheffield, handmade, England. That's all it says. Now, also, I know Thrifty Kniffy got one of these, and I'm very curious on what his reads on his tang stamp, and if you know, anybody could give me any information on this piece. Now, I know that this is handmade for sure, because it just has that that feel to it, that quality to it. You could see a lot of, not a lot of imperfections. I've got that wrong, but you can see clearly that this was made by hand. And I mean, you can just tell, like, handling knives for so long, you can just tell. And that doesn't deter me from liking this knife any less. But you can see the fit and finish there. It's going to be pretty much dead center because it's so tight in that blade well. It's going to ride pretty much center. The termination in the back here, right there, it's a little off, but that doesn't bother me. I just want to point out to you certain things. The pins ride a little high. The pins ride high on the bone. You can see the pins ride pretty high, but that's okay. That's not a big thing. What else can I show you? I want to show you this back spring. I mean, the back spring is almost flawless. There's not a hair that you could get in there. Probably a little bit in the back there, but I mean, you probably couldn't stick a hair in between there, a piece of paper. You probably couldn't even get a piece of paper in there. A little bit up front here. But the problem that I'm having with this one is the blade meeting up to the spring. I'll show you. Now, I don't know if that means anything, or that lockup is so tight. I'll bet you a normal person could not even open this blade. That's how tight it is. I don't mind the tightness of it. I'm fine with it. It'll break in more and more. But I want to show you where the blade meets up with the spring. See that there? You can see clearly that that blade does not meet up with the spring. So also, if somebody can let me know, I don't think that that has any effect on the knife because it locks up tight. I mean, it has no effect. It doesn't seem like it has any effect on the blade operation of it opening and closing. Now, when you close this thing, you really got to hold, you got to bear down on it, and you got to break it free. And then you just slowly hold that thing and let it go. That's how I've been operating it until it breaks in a little more, I guess. But now opening it, you got to make sure you got a positive grip on your thumb. And you really got to make it count opening it. And you got to just go for it. And then she opens. And then once you get it to this point, you're good. And I mean, like I said, watching videos on these, the lockup is always at like a 12. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to show you, it's not much. You know what I mean? It's not much. It's just almost meeting up with it. Maybe I'm just anal. You know, maybe that's the analness coming out of me. I don't know. But you can see how it lines up. That one sits a little lower. The blade sits a little lower than the spring. The blade sits a little bit lower than the spring. Now, also, can you guys also tell me if you know anything about this particular knife here that we're looking at? Because I don't know if, I just want to read their different people's tang stamps, like Warthog. Thrifty Kniffy also has one of these. And like I said, Bakery Wizard, he also has one of these. Okay. But I just want to show you this here. It says Sheffield, Handmade, England, right? And I got to get the website off you guys. You guys go to a certain website, which I should have did. I know that there's a certain website. You'll have to mention that to me. I know Thrifty knows it. And I do believe Bakery Wizard knows it too. But what else? That's about it. I'm just curious about the tang stamps. What's your tang stamp reads? Oh, I'm going to reach out to Thrifty first to see what he thinks. See, it says Sheffield, Handmade, England. And it is a handmade piece. I mean, you can tell. You can tell it is. Because it has imperfections. I mean, it has the quality of a handmade knife, which is not a bad thing. That's nothing that I'm talking down on. That's not a bad thing. If this blade, I'll put it to you this way, if this blade was raised up just a little bit more to meet that back spring, this would almost be a perfect, I'm serious, a perfect knife, because that back spring, there's no gaps in that back spring, and the fit and finish on this knife is impeccable. Impeccable. There's just one thing it's missing, and it's that that blade to the back spring. Right there. I don't think that that's a big deal. I mean, at all, because the operation of the knife has no effect on that. But it's just me looking at it, because it's just one of those things, you know what I mean? It's a normal knife guy thing, you know what I mean? You notice things like this, you know what I mean? You notice every little thing. But yeah, it's a great knife. It's a great, I mean, it's a beautiful piece. I'm happy with it. Here's the box again. I just want to show you the box. Top shelf fine knives. So I don't get much out of that, but at the time when I ordered it, I don't even remember probably where I ordered it. Let me know if you guys have any information, or if you guys could break out and show me your Sheffield knives. And what's going on with this particular piece here. I mean, I like it's C75 carbon steel. I do know that. It is C75 steel. And I think I paid like 60. I think like 60 or 70. I don't think 70. I think like 60, 65, like that. All right, guys. I won't keep you. Yeah, I'm curious about this one. Let me know what you think. And if you have any information, and that back spring, if it makes a difference. I don't think it does. I mean, this thing is so solid. I mean, just that little bit of where that's at isn't going to affect the knife. I don't think. So, all right, guys. Let me know what you think if you can. I'd greatly appreciate a little, if you have any information on this guy. And this is just another look at the other piece. They're great knives. They're just some of the best knives you can buy. Barlows and stuff. I mean, they're fantastic. All right, guys. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Be good, be well, be safe. Drop me a comment on this one, please. Let me know what you think. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.